Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Feel the Bumps, which is a map that has been updated 26 different times, and each update adds a little bit more to the map, because I remember when it first came out and it was like version 1 or 2 I downloaded, and it was okay, there wasn't that much there, but now there's a ton of stuff to look at, and I figure it's finally time to do a video for the map. So there's one spot we can start at. Obviously, we're going to start there. And this is a fairly big map, so this is going to be one of those 2-part reviews. Part 1 is going to be this whole interior area right here, and then part 2 is going to be the outside area. And I'm not exactly sure when part 2 will be uploaded, because it seems like there's a lot of stuff recently that have been added to the outside area, so I might wait a little bit longer until there's even more stuff, or I might just post it a couple days later. I'm really not sure yet. Anyways, and here's where we start. It's on a hill, and if we're careful enough, we could drive down this thing. We don't want to floor it, but we do want to go fast. So right there, coming off the hill at 70 miles per hour, and then we have all these things we could drive over. This one is actually the easiest one to drive. It's just a slightly bumpy terrain. You can see we're flying through the air a little bit every now and then. Come on, fly through the air. There we go. There's a little bit of a flight. But nothing a pickup truck like this can't handle. So what we need to do is we need to go back up to the top after we complete this and get a car with a lot less ground clearance that can really feel the bumps. So here's the end of things. We can go up the hill. How high? Most of the way, actually, but not all the way. If we wanted to, we could try to actually recover this and go back in the other direction a little bit, but I want something with less ground clearance, so we're going to go back up here. And for less ground clearance, how about we do the street-tuned version of the Pessima? It should have a pretty stiff suspension and a minimal amount of ground clearance. So here we go, same idea as before, slow and then floor it. This time, though, we are going to the really bumpy one right here. Popped me up in the air a little bit. Some damage to the front bumper, apparently, although I don't really see it. I'm too busy looking at the front bumper to even stay on the road. So we're going over these bumps at 80 miles per hour, and the car is doing fantastically. You notice the distance between the bumps does change. So like right here, it's a little bit more bumpy. You can see the trunk shaking. Uh-oh. The distance here is really bad. We are now on fire. Am I even driving at all, or are we just dead? We are just dead in the water. Except there's no water, we're on fire. That's why I wanted a car with less ground clearance, because it's more fun, because you can blow it up like that. So this car works great for doing these, so let's go to the other one over here and see how it does on that one. Kind of have to go at a big angle to make it, like so, and then we are ready to go. So you see again, spacing changes, and eventually those spacing changes will get you and your car will be destroyed probably, or not. We'll see what happens. Right here, uh-oh, everything's breaking, and I think we're done, aren't we? Yeah, that's not gonna drive. It just catches on fire for no reason. Like, it's okay, the car's dead. Now it's on fire too, okay. Alright, for the next one, I'm gonna see if I can kind of maneuver over to the right a little bit beforehand. I've never actually tried this before, so I don't know if it'll work out or not. Yeah, we could drive down this, sure, why not? It actually works perfectly fine. So we'll skip that one and go all the way over to this one, which is pretty similar to the one we just did. All three of these are pretty similar, actually, but these are the best ones for this car, to me, because it gives you that cool, and look, there's fire stuff. Although this time, the spacing here seems like this car is actually able to cope with it really well. I mean, yeah, it's violent and your spine hurts, but it's gonna make it all the way, through if I didn't just spin out right there because I wasn't paying attention. And that's close enough to making it as far as I'm concerned, so let's try to do something dumb with it and wreck it up a little bit. Well, that's barely wrecked at all. That barely wrecked. Alright, back up to the top we go for the next attempt. This time, though, we will swap the vehicle. We're going to go with something simple, just like a regular Grand Marshal. Nice and simple. This time, we're going to go to the one between the two we just did, which is another dirt road, very similar to the one we did with the pickup truck, but this time we have a bit less ground clearance in a car that might not make it through if it's too bumpy. I don't think it's that bad. I'm pretty sure it'll make it, but I'm not going to say it's certainly going to happen after seeing what happened to the Pessima, but looks like we got it. We can go through this at about 80 miles per hour without too much trouble. Getting a little slippery right here. I'm able to keep it straight. We're good, we're good. I got a little worried, yes, but I believed in myself, and if you believe, you will achieve. Did that rhyme kind of? Believe, achieve, yeah. That rhymed. Thought it rhymed. And if we wanted to, actually, once we get to the end, so you can kind of drive back down and go in the other direction, but we're only going about 45 miles per hour, which isn't as fun, especially right here where it's hard to get up to speed and we're just kind of like barely going, like, come on car, come on. Oh, we're going 30 miles per hour. See, it's not fast enough. Like, the car should be getting destroyed right here, and it's just slowly lurching over every bump, which is boring, so let's reset it. And that's pretty much the last one of those we can do from up here. The other one is just a little bit too far to the left, although we can hit the crash area right there, because that's easy enough to do. It's not exactly the ideal angle for it, but we can hit it and wreck up the car a good amount. It looks like I should still be able to drive if it wasn't stuck. Let's go and unstuck it real quickly and see. Can it drive? Well, it can put the power down, although I don't know if I would really consider this driving. So let's just go ahead and get something with a little more ground clearance. Not a lot more, just a little bit more. The Moonhawk should do good for this. Then we gotta do a quick 180 because we're pointed at the wall, because I was just letting it roll. Then we're gonna do these bumps right here, which the only way to really access them from this direction is kind of just driving into them like this. I mean, yeah, you could go up the hill and stuff, but that's pretty awkward. And these ones, they are bumpy. You can feel these super easy. Look at those tires just bouncing all over the place. Even with a little bit of slow-mo, it looks super bumpy. Just all this bouncing on the tires. And the car is actually doing really well for this. Like, what's it look like on the inside? Oh, that looks like my trim is gonna fall off. It's shaking so hard. And we're actually accelerating still. We're up to 60 miles per hour now. Gonna probably hit almost 70 by the end of this thing. That's pretty impressive car. Not bad for a Moonhawk. Not bad at all. Although we're gonna take a quick detour right here and try to go into the box. Gonna cubify the car. If only we were going faster. It almost made it through. We just need to be going a little bit faster. We don't even need to change the car, actually. We just need to go in a straight line instead of going with a bumpy area, and we'll probably be fine for speed. In fact, if we went to the bumpy area and then came off of it at the last second, we would probably be fine too. But I want to make sure I don't miss the target, because that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? 3 attempts just to crash? Come on now. 2 attempts, sure, because you didn't know it was coming up, because there's so much here, it's hard to remember it all. So I see it. We are lining up. And this looks like a good target, 90 miles per hour, significantly faster than last time. And that is perfect alignment. I could have not done that any better. If the car was a little bit thinner, it would have made it through without any damage. Although right here, there's a little bit of damage for you. Is the drive shaft still intact? It is, but unfortunately, I do not have a differential that can put down power when wheel is in the air, but it's able to spin that wheel. Look. I have no idea how that drive shaft is still intact after that. Let's see if we can fix it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab the car in this corner and we're going to pull it down. Okay, that didn't work. Did it. Alright, try this again. This time with more force. Pull it down! Down! Nah, there's no fixing this thing. It's hopeless. We'll just get a fresh one and then we'll keep on driving. And I'll try going up that ramp that's almost directly in front of us. I know this car doesn't have that much power, but it should be fine to go up a ramp, even though that is actually pretty steep, ain't it? Let's see here. Slow it down a little bit to not get any damage. That was pretty good. I don't think there's any damage to this car at all. It is perfectly intact, although it probably won't stay like that much longer because this next one is not so easy. You can get off this thing without damaging your car too much, but, well, this is what you gotta do. Kind of like that. That actually was not that bad. Not bad at all. The little menu in the bottom didn't even come up, although I had to try to do the jump, which did make the menu come up. And look at that hubcap go. Man, it is moving. I want to do this right here, but we're going to need a car with a lot more off-road capabilities, so time to do a quick switch. This time we'll go with an off-road version of the Vanster in, how about Army Green? So this is like Army training grounds for their cars and stuff, right? So first you gotta go over the bumps. You gotta feel the bumps. And then you gotta go over this thing that's pretty crazy. It's like what we're doing right here, but a little steeper and then also uphill. Yeah, look at this nonsense. I actually got shoved off to the side. I couldn't even stay centered. But it's making it up. No problem. Although something is definitely wrong with this thing. It will not center up for me. High clutch temperatures. Uh-oh. Time to fall into the hole then. Mostly by accident because I was bouncing all over the place and I had no control of the vehicle, but whatever. You know, you're not supposed to tell people that. Anyways, in here, there's actually some roads we could drive on. I think this is the first time I've ever seen roads inside of one of these locations. Like, usually it's just pretty much empty most of the time when you see these, but this one has roads that go inside and outside all over the place. We're going to try to drive along that without falling off. Less than ideal car for this. This is a big old bulky off-roader. Right now, I want a small, nimble vehicle like a Corvette probably. That would be ideal. But it's pretty cool how it just goes in and out of it like that. And we're going to try to do the whole course without any failures. Well, maybe one or two on purpose if I see a good spot. Not right now though, because we're doing it good. Almost looks like we're gonna hit our roof, doesn't it? Like, look at that. Oh, it is so close to hit the roof. Like one more foot and we would hit that roof. All right, we gotta back it up a little bit though so we can get some speed to go up that thing probably. So up, and it's good. Actually right here, I do like having an off-roader right there because that was a rough landing. It would not be good on a Covette. And this is so steep, that would not be good on a Covette. But both of these, the Vanster laughs at. It can just drive right through that, no problem. But then staying on the road, like right here, I don't trust the Vanster so much for something like that. That's why we're going so slow. And I can't see. Oh man, that scared me for a second. That second where I couldn't see, I'm like, is there a fall point? I'm gonna fall, oh my goodness. Like, just the thoughts going through my head. But we have pretty much made it at this point. We just gotta go right here at the end, and I don't want to crash on that wall, so we'll have to be real careful. That is a success. And now, let's wreck the Vanster. I know it did so well for me. Why would you want to wreck it? Because I always wreck it. So this looks pretty good right here. Let's flatten it. Ooh, it actually got pretty close to being flat. So I'm gonna save this. And we're gonna teleport it behind and then run it again until it is flat enough, because I'm pretty sure we could get it completely flat if we hit it a few times. Because we almost made it the first time, so how much more effort could it take? I'm thinking we might make it this time even. Let's see. Very, very close. We got basically to the rear wheels. So next one has to go through. I don't see any way it doesn't unless I completely mess up and miss the target, which is possible because it's not driving the straightest, but we got it. So what's this thing look like? Looks like somebody took a convertible van and stuck some turbojets on it, doesn't it? Makes you think it could fly. So, can it fly? Well, the answer is going to be no, but I'm going to try it anyways. So up into the air we go, hitting that at about 60 miles per hour, and it's actually flying pretty straight, so it might land on its wheels. But it hit the bumps awkwardly, wheels flying off. And once again, there's a look at the turbojets before we reset this thing. And now, since we do have an off-road vehicle, and this map has a lot of off-road places, I think it's time we do some off-roading. So we're gonna go straight to that big old pile of mud right there, although we don't want to go too fast into it probably. Seems like 30 should be a good speed for it. Maybe a little too fast, bouncing around quite a bit here, but we're making progress up the hill. Might be looking really ugly and sloppy, but it's progress. That's what's important, is that we're actually getting up to the top. And once we get up to the top, we're probably just gonna go right back down, because that's pretty much what this whole area is, a lot of up and downs. It's kind of funny right here. You see this? It looks like a path, right? Well, where does it go? Into the underside of a bridge. There's no way you're going to go up that thing. It is impossible to do that. So let's go ahead and try to get down this thing. We got to be pretty careful here, but we don't want to stop too hard. We end up doing a stoppy, kind of like what I'm doing right here. Oh my goodness, I am doing this terribly. Ew. That was scary, man. We were up on two wheels, real close to rolling over. I'm surprised we didn't. Anyways, you can see there are a bunch of areas we could go up to get back to around where we were. So for example, right here, just straight ahead from where we are, that is the upper sections on this mountain, as you see me doing right here, and all the way to the top, nice and easy. We got a road right here we could drive along for a little bit. I also see something more fun than a road though. It is a ramp, and we're gonna hit that ramp and it's gonna make me fly great. That is a really awkward landing. I have no idea how you're actually supposed to do that ramp, but can we still drive? The rear suspension is completely blown out, front looks okay, and we can accelerate just a little bit. I mean, we're moving terribly, but we are moving. And we're actually up to 50 miles per hour almost right here, and I see another jump, and I way overshot that jump. Please don't fall off. And somehow this thing did not fall off. It listens. You yell at something to happen and it actually happens. I thought for sure it was actually going to fall off right there, to be honest, because I way overshot the landing there. I think the busted up suspension actually helped me right there. Although it's not helping at all for the corners right here. You see the rear end just bouncing all over the place. It cannot keep itself straight. It's just going to keep bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. So I just got to ignore it. We're going to drive straight ahead and pretend it's not even happening. There's nothing wrong with the rear suspension. There's no smoke coming from the engine. Everything is great. Who am I kidding? Look at all this bouncing. It looks so ridiculous. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I thought I was going to get crushed for a second, but apparently not. We're good. All right, let's see if we can get down this thing now, because we're just going to end up doing loops if we keep doing that. This is totally drivable. Yes, actually it is. I just got to make sure I don't brake too hard, because again, can't be doing no stoppies right here. I think the broken rear suspension might be helping though, because it's keeping the weight closer to the ground, and wow. Really? I got stuck? No, I didn't. We're good. We're good. I was going to be a little bit annoyed with that because it's like I'm trying to go slow and then you get stuck when you're trying to go slow. That's not fair. All right, you see there's a tunnel right there. We're going to go into that tunnel, but first, let's freshen up the vehicle because I don't feel like driving the bouncy van. I want to drive a normal van through here because it's kind of tight and not the easiest thing to navigate with such a big, wide vehicle. As long as you take your time, you'll be fine. But if you're bouncing all over the place, it makes it a lot more difficult because the rear end's going to be left wall, right wall, right wall, until eventually a wheel falls off and everything goes terribly. Right here, though, we cruising. We are cruising. So this is going under the mountain we were driving on. We're actually going upwards a little bit. So you see, we're approaching the upper area, and this is actually the same road we drove on earlier. Right there is where we came up from earlier. And we've already driven this road, so let's not do that twice. Instead, let's do another one of these side roads that go up and down the mountain. So here's just one possible area you could go up and down. We're gonna see how well this Vanster does. Oh my goodness, it's gonna make it. Wow. I didn't even know what to say because I thought I was gonna flip, and I was just waiting for the flip, and then it didn't flip. I have no idea how it didn't flip right there. Anyways, I think that's enough for the mountain. There is this main road in the center I want to do though because it looks like it'd be a fun road to drive on. So we just got to get to the entrance to it, which is right here. A little bit of an awkward entry angle, and now we can just floor it and go as fast as we can. Maybe we'll be able to get a little bit of air on the kind of transition places for when it flattens out. So right here, maybe a tiny bit of air. Yep, just a little bit of air. Actually, there's a building over there. Let's see what's in this building. I actually don't know what's in here. All right, it says BeamNG on it. And there's nothing. So we'll just go ahead and try to exit if the van will fit. That looks really tight. Like, I don't know why that looks so tight, but it does. Like, was this building shrunk from its normal size? I don't know if I can actually fit. All right, let's see if we can. We'll back it in real carefully. I'm gonna keep it as straight as I can. And actually, we can't go that slow because there's a gap here, so we gotta go flooring it. It actually works. Cool. Now we gotta do is do a quick 180 right here. No, really? After all of that beautiful maneuvering, it hits in that awkward way. Come on. All right, back onto the main road, and now we're gonna go fast. We might be able to fly a little bit again. Well, I know we'll be able to fly eventually because I think, well, actually, I'm pretty much certain there's a thing we can hit at the end of this that works as a jump. So here we go. We're gonna just hit it, and yeah, that worked as a jump. We are flying into the upper area over here, and ooh, that sign grabbed me. I can't do anything. It just said, nah, I'm grabbing you, and you're gonna hang right here. You're my buddy. I said, nah, we ain't buddies, bro. I'm out of here. Can I stay on this thing? Come on, yes. Actually, yes. I thought I was gonna fall off. Cool. Although I don't really want to be on this road, so let's see if we can get off of it nice and gentle. That's not too bad. Now, the hard part. Oh, that's a pretty flat landing. It's as good as you're gonna get jumping from the top of a building. And this thing is a little beat up, but we can still kind of pull it along a little bit. Let's see, can we go inside of that building and see if there's anything in there? Come on, Vanster. Yeah, we can. Barely. I mean, this thing does not want to drive anymore. It said, nah, WhyBeAre, I'm done. I said, no, you ain't done yet. You gotta get back in there. You gotta keep on fighting. Here looks like a good place to kind of wreck it up. We're gonna go real fast, and then there are these like stairs over here we could just smack it into. And that has basically ruined the vehicle completely. It's also stuck on its side, so we'll freshen it up. And then let's see if we can get out of here. It's kind of a awkward place to be because we got to make sure we don't tip over. Just maneuvering through. There we go. And now we'll try to get to the off-road area to the right. There's actually a nice, easy way onto it. This ramp right here. And we can just drive all over this place. There's a bunch of roads in every which direction. So we'll go to the left, and we got to go slow through here. Well, maybe we don't. I don't know. Because that time I didn't go slow, and it worked perfectly fine. That time it was kind of in between slow, fast, medium speed. So I don't know what speed we need to do. I'm just driving all over the place, trying to hit these cool roads. Like, this is a cool looking road. It's like on top of the hill. Just gotta be careful not to fall off the edge. Although there's no connector between this and the next one, so we gotta go down a little bit here. And then we can go back up to the upper area, and we'll see just how long it lasts, because I like these high areas. You get a good view of everything. And I see a ramp. I see a ramp. Floor it, and 60 miles per hour on the jump. That's a pretty good jump. Can we land it? Oh, that's an awful landing. That was not even a landing. That was just a straight up crash. And this thing's not driving, so it's time to replace it. We're going to get something off-roady. We're going to go with the Chief Ranch version of the D series. It's not a really super off-roady one, but I think it'll have enough off-road capabilities to just drive around these roads right here. Like this one, look at this. It's so flat and easy. Chief Rancher is great at this. It excels at this. Now let's actually put it through some off-roading, because that wasn't off-roading. You could do that in pretty much any vehicle in the game. So we're gonna just wait till we see a good looking area, and I don't see any, so you know what, well, whatever. Just go out in the dirt and see what happens. That's the new strategy. And well, it's actually doing really well. Okay, this looks off-roady. Got some water, and it's actually still pretty easy for this truck, isn't it? I thought it would be difficult. It says no. Oh, wait, this looks a little steep. Here we go. And it can't do it really. Dive off, abort mission. That's fine. We're actually okay. This looks like a good off-road test. And it's bouncing around a lot. Cleared it without much damage. I had to like wait until I said cleared it, because we weren't exactly clear, because we were flying and bouncing still for like a good 100 feet afterwards or something. It just felt like we were flying for a long time. Had to slow that down just a bit. I want to hit this ramp over here. Oh no. My door just popped open for no reason and I'm stuck. Oh, my window blew out. Okay. This is not working, so I'll pull it back a bit, and then we can easily drive up this ramp, which gets me to these big old jumps over here. These look fun. So we got one below and one above. That gives me an interesting idea, but first let's do a quick run with just a single vehicle. So I'm just going to basically pick one at random. How about the hill climb version of the Sunburst? And then we're going to floor it and see how far it goes, if it hits anywhere cool when it lands or not. We're gonna get this thing up to 100+ miles per hour, nice and easy. And where is it gonna land? Ew, it's gonna land hard. That is a rough landing on that car. It's a little bit of fire as well. And there is not much happening with that thing after that, so we'll go ahead and reset it. And then here's the fun part, okay? We're gonna go ahead and grab another vehicle. I'm gonna just say, let's get a hopper. And then we're gonna put the hopper on the lower area. And I think this upper area actually goes to the lower area. It sounds really confusing, but we're going to put it there. And we're going to go ahead and go to this car. And we're going to make it a little bit slower, because I think that was a little too fast to make these cars in sync. So let's just get the rally version of the Sunburst. That'll be a little bit slower, but not a lot slower. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the hopper. We're going to start driving with it down the hill. Then we switch over to the Sunburst, and we're going to floor it at the same time. And if my guessing is correct, they should hit the jump at pretty close to the same time here. So let's see. Get a little bit of slow-mo going. And there's the hopper making the jump. Where's the Sunburst? Uh-oh. It's a little bit behind, but that's pretty close. It looks cool. They're both jumping at pretty much the same time. Awesome. And now we'll just let them fly. And I can't end on anything cooler than that. So that'll do it for this video. Till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see you for part 2 of this map eventually. I don't know if I'm going to wait until there's more stuff or if I'm going to just do it tomorrow.